Welcome to Oilers Nation Everyday with your hosts, Tyler and Liam.
They said we'd never have air travel. They said man would never walk on the moon. They said the Edmonton Oilers would never win 3 games in a row. Tonight we make history. Let's get into it with the lead. 3 in a row. Only team in the NHL who hasn't won 3 games in a row.
No, the Blues.
Oh, the Blues haven't either?
Yeah, they kept saying on the broadcast, but you were the game, so you wouldn't have heard.
Great lead. By the
A
way.
great lead, yeah.
I'm still, I'm LOLing inside at the moment.
Sure.
Because it feels like it's that level of accomplishment.
Hey, they also said the Edmonton Oilers would never have 2 good goalies.
Might have 4.
Where do we stop? At what point do we just go, you know what? Too many good goalies.
Yeah. Well, obviously, this is a manifestation of all of our hard work.
Yep, we've done a good
now
job.
Let's put that manifestation somewhere else in the lineup.
Third line center.
Bottom 6.
We'll talk about that. That is our deadline question for the day. We'll discuss it in a little bit. Devan Dubnyk will join the show at 1 o'clock. He was a teammate of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Do we have that old interview clip? Make sure
I will get it right now.
Make sure you have that because that's a big part of the Doobie interview. Did you see who commented on our interview with Ryan Jones?
No.
Active NHLer, member of the Florida Panthers.
Someone you wanted at the trade deadline last year?
What do I want everyone to sit at trade line.
Yeah, so we posted a clip of Ryan Jones being like, there's no better city in the league to be on a winning team than Edmonton. And he was like,
Marchand.
And Brad Marchand commented and said, what are you smoking, boy?
BOI.
Boy.
Florida's changed him.
I also think he commented that at like 1 a.m. Eastern time.
So he was on that smoke.
Yeah. But that was pretty funny. We'll get his thoughts on
How did he get to us? That's what I want to know.
That's what I commented. I was like, how did your algorithm bring you here?
Yeah. Loves the Oilers.
I guess.
He's got his Oilers notifications on.
It is a game day today on the show. And just a reminder that game days here on Oilers Nation Everyday are now brought to you by our new friends at Capital Buick GMC. And my ad read just broke. Capital Buick GMC. Did you know 5 players on the current team drive vehicles from Capital Buick GMC? So if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for you. Check them out online.
That thing.
Denali'ville. Denali's are beautiful.
Is that a GMC? GMC Denali, of course. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Anyway, shout out to Capital Buick GMC. It is a game day edition of the show as Edmonton, looking for their 3rd straight win, host the New Jersey Devils. And earlier in the season, when we talked about how difficult the Oilers' schedule is and all of that stuff, the Eastern road trips, they were playing good teams, all of those things on and 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 on. This is where you get to make good for it. Mm-hmm. This is the run where you get a bunch of home games, you get inferior opponents, you got the Canucks on Saturday, handle them. You got the Blues on Sunday, handle them. Tonight, you get a New Jersey Devils team.
Belt to ass them.
Yeah. Smoked them.
Belt miss is not just in December. It's all months, all days, all weeks.
It's a state of mind. Anyways, tonight you get the New Jersey Devils who come in playing 500 hockey in the last bit. 5-5 in their last 10. But they are playing the second of back-to-backs. And that is a common theme throughout the week, is that the Oilers this week keep getting teams who play the Calgary Flames the night before. Pittsburgh coming up on Thursday, Washington on Saturday. Both play the Flames the night before. So this is a really big opportunity.
The heater begins.
Well, yeah.
The heater has begun.
And
how hot are we getting?
I've kind of been saying
7,
whenever...
9, 10?
20?
Well,
again?
Liam.
What? Guy can't have a little bit of fun.
I mean, let's do it, actually. Screw it. We have 900 goalies that are all red hot.
Okay, this is what the Oilers need to do to get to 20 wins in a row.
Let's try back while you figure this out.
By the end of next week.
End of this week.
Hopefully,
Have we found out what's going on?
No.
I feel terrible for him. Okay.
Okay, so these are the teams the Oilers have to beat to get to 20 games in a row. Obviously, they're already 2 games in.
Huge.
So that's good.
That's 10% of the way there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
The Devils, Pittsburgh, Washington, Anaheim, San Jose, Minnesota, Toronto.
Minnie's going to be the tough one.
Calgary, Anaheim, LA. They're on 12 right now. San Jose, Ottawa, Carolina, Vegas, Colorado, Dallas, St. Louis, and get to the lucky number 20 on March 15th. The Nashville Predators. who we belt to ass most times when we play them at home.
We just gotta get through Mini. I have all this trauma around Mini.
Washington too. Washington will be a tough game.
We do good at home against Washington. That is totally off the dome, but it just feels like that's right.
Maybe we'll look into that for later in the week. But the task at hand tonight is the New Jersey Devils. Someone commented, said Luke Hughes got hurt last night. He did. It's a shoulder injury for Luke Hughes, so he is out of the lineup. And again, the Devils kicked off their road trip with a loss to the Flames, with a win over the Flames, which I always think.
You always want that W.
You want the win. You want them coming in off a win because then they're kind of like, who cares, right? Yeah. Teams in the NHL are always saying that before games. They're always like, who cares? We don't need to win this one.
A split in Alberta is the ideal.
Yeah, you beat the Flames. You handled that.
Overtime win, too.
But again, New Jersey, not a team that you can obviously take lightly by any stretch, but a team that, and I think this kind of rings true for a lot of the opponents coming up for the Oilers. If the Edmonton Oilers can be at their B level and keep getting good goaltending, they will win most of these games before the Olympic break. And again, this is a big stretch here. I'm not worried about them falling out of a playoff spot. The point is, if you play good hockey here, you should go into the Olympic break with an authentic shot at winning the division, which I think a lot of Oilers fans heading into the year, that would have been the goal. A lot of Oilers fans in November would have said, whoa, you're telling me that by January, we're already back in the mix to potentially win the division? I think it surprised a lot of people. And part of that is on the general ineptitude in the Western Conference. It's a word, right?
Ineptitude.
Ineptitude. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. You missed a tude or something.
Yeah. Well, did you see
ineptitude
in the Bills' statement about firing Sean McDermott? No, they meant to put admirable, but they just put admiral. Statement went out.
Aye.
But anyways, I think, again, the West has not been good. San Jose is a hell of a story, though.
San Jose is entertaining AF.
Yeah.
Well, remember the first time the Oilers made the playoffs in the Connor McDavid era? Who'd they play round one?
San Jose.
And it was the San Jose team, Marlowe, Thornton, couldn't get over the hump.
Pavelski.
This team who'd gone to these cup finals but couldn't win. They were the grizzled vets. If the playoffs started today, it's Edmonton, San Jose, but things have totally flipped. Edmonton, the grizzled vets who can't get over the hump with all these good players. San Jose, the young team, Macklin, Celebrini, all of that.
I said a couple of weeks ago I wouldn't like to play him in the playoffs.
Askarov scares me.
That's the goalie. It's okay. The Oilers have the two best goalies in the league right now.
I mean, what is going on?
The division sucks.
Yes. The conference sucks.
Yeah, we were playing some easy competition.
And going on with San Jose, I just think Macklin Celebrini is one of the best players in the league.
He's the MVP. If they make the playoffs, there's no justification for giving anyone else the MVP.
But what if Connor gets to 130 points?
150
These stats are from last week.
Yeah, I wanted to say that.
Yeah,
I
think he's on pace.
Yeah. These stats are from last week. With McDavid on versus off the ice, it's a 24-goal swing for the Oilers. With McKinnon on and off the ice, it's a 24-goal swing for the Avs. With Celebrini on and off the ice, it's a 39-goal swing.
Okay. Most important to his team.
He has 38 more points than second place on their roster. He's more than doubled any other teammate he has in points. That's insane.
That's dragging the team. Yeah.
They went out yesterday, obviously made a trade. They acquired Kiefer Sherwood from the Vancouver Canucks.
Great
deal.
2
second-round picks. I think a good deal for everybody. If you're Vancouver, you're rebuilding.
Why wouldn't we do that?
San Jose is going to sign Kiefer Sherwood, so that's why I think they were willing to give up the extra pick.
Yeah, it sounds like he's going to get between $5 and $6 million, which you think Trent Frederick's bad? Yeah, that would be worse. I don't know. As much as I do like Kiefer Sherwood and said I would have liked him to get him, I just don't know if I feel like the Oilers' number one need is a third line center, and they need to leave those assets for him.
That's fair. And on the same subject, is Vancouver now? Are they now saying the word?
They fully came out and admitted they are retooling, rebuilding. Sorry,
the team.
It's now build, not tool.
Rebuild. Yeah,
the
they
team
put out a
account.
statement.
Yeah, they put out. Well, not Patrick Alvin. They posted an interview of him with Chris Faber, which was a very funny visual.
Hilarious.
And Alvin says in it, we are heading into our rebuild. He said rebuild. They have now, by the way, the Vancouver Canucks lost a franchise record 11 straight games.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
They're the only team in the NHL who has not cracked the 40-point mark on the year.
There would be nothing better for them to continue to lose and be terrible and then not win the draft lottery.
Brock Besser's like, what did I do?
Fool.
But the
Demko,
word is,
fool.
well, the word is that Brock Besser has like already kind of doubled down and been like, don't even ask me, I'm not waving. Connor Garland, they're trying to get rid of before his no movement clause kicks in. That's hilarious. You and I were having an interesting talk about Elias Pettersson earlier.
Yeah, the rumor is they're trying to get rid of him. Obviously, there's limited teams that would take him because of his cap.
And his compete.
I think from stuff I've seen this season, like I think Quads has said it on the show and a couple other things, like he's been pretty good for them this year in terms of like he is carrying the load. Like he is their only center. He's playing everywhere. Like, and it has affected his offense. I'd take him in Edmonton. I really would.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But I said that before, and Tyler wouldn't take him.
Like, okay. In this land of make believe that we're in,
Let's live it.
my response to you is, duh.
Okay,
we would
good.
take him because we have McDavid and Draisaitl.
Yeah.
Now, in Professor Fantasyland, how do we pull it off?
I don't know. That's not
Darnell
my,
Nurse for Elias Pettersson, 1 for 1.
Wouldn't that be special? I like in the summer.
That is all kinds of spice.
Who says no? Daryl.
Yeah. Again, this doesn't get past the Oilers player.
Yeah.
Never mind the team.
Although maybe Darnell would be like, you know what? I'm kind of sick of this whole playing into the spring thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like winning. And
Word on the street is you get paid the same amount if you bow out or if you don't make the playoffs.
You actually don't get paid at all in the playoffs. So.
no, you make per round bonuses.
Yeah,
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get
I
shares.
think the league pays you or something. Like you
Oh,
make
interesting.
some money.
I never knew that. Interesting. Yeah, but Ty, you wouldn't take Pettersson. You made it seem like you wouldn't before, is what I'm
Like,
saying.
listen, how much?
Well, what are we doing? Is Tristan Jarry part of the deal?
I don't know. I don't know.
And they're retaining half?
I want to live in my fantasy world
There
for a
it is.
second.
Yeah, like
Jarry, Pettersson fully retained.
if the Canucks and Pettersson tomorrow were like, we're mutually terminating and he is a free agent, I would sign him for $6 million. That's the extent of my interest in him. Like, I'm not
Very
Oh,
interesting.
yeah, he can't be on your books for 11 and a half or whatever he makes.
for 1, 2, 3, for 6 more seasons.
It's
Like,
only 27. I just think
so is Trent Frederick.
there's a very big difference between the
I
two
know,
of them.
like
But you get
Pettersson-
my point is like,
Pettersson,
I just think
Pettersson has crazy skill, and he
Yeah.
can put it together. He just clearly needs a very delicate environment.
I think an Edmonton is the perfect environment. I think Edmonton
so. I
is
don't think anyone's gonna like. Obviously, he can't take someone being mean to him. They got that guy out.
I don't think it's a coincidence that JT Miller has now gone to New York and everyone that's fallen apart too. I think Pettersson is in a bad situation. I think everyone in Vancouver is in a bad
Yeah,
spot.
we got to free people in Vancouver.
So we'll take Jake DeBrusk as an alternate, I guess, instead of Elias Pettersson.
I got all the time in the world for Jake DeBrusk.
Yeah.
I would do that. I'd have a conversation with him about that. Outside of DeBrusk, I don't think that someone in the chat here was saying, you got to go get Connor Garland. Imagine him on Draisaitl's wing. I have no interest in Connor Garland at $6 million.
I just think you have Podkolzin already.
yeah.
But he's one more year on this deal at 6.
No. His $6 million, his 6x6 extension kicks in July 1.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, he's a little muscle hamster. I do have some time for that guy to compete, and he
Me
can
too.
score. He's got a nose for the net. Like, that's a guy that could help build that like magical third line that we want.
I think
The numbers.
yeah.
I'm once again I'm in the fantasy land right now, so I'm not talking numbers. That archetype type of player, I'm keen for.
I am too. I like Connor Garland a lot.
that
I just
dolph.
don't. The money is too much. If he was even $5 million, I think I would consider him a little
He's
bit more.
4.9 right now. If he was a rental and
Yeah.
the Canucks were like shopping him around, being like, hey, we're going to keep 50% of it, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. But he's better than Mangiapane because he skates hard
Oh,
and
we
he
would
brings
love-
some toughness. But like his career high was 22 goals and he did it 6 years ago. Like this isn't a guy who's coming
Garland.
into your lineup. He scores you 15 to 20 goals a season.
That's fine.
Yeah, he
$6
gets
million bucks. I get it.
decent amount of it though comes on the power play as well, which he wouldn't get here. So like, I just think Connor Garland would be another one of those guys who comes here and he's playing no power play time, plays on the third line, and it's like, oh my god, we're paying this guy $5 million. Like,
I don't know.
again, we got to move past. We talked about this, like the mush. We got to get out of this.
I don't think he's mush.
He's mush.
I think he'd be the Oiler. He'd probably be their best bottom six forward. I'm assuming Roslovic will go up and play top six.
I'm sorry, I like Kapanen.
Any updates on him?
Weak.
A week. Okay.
I like Kapanen too. I just like Connor Garland, but his money's too much, and they probably can't afford him.
Yeah, I think we've taken shots like that before, and they aren't working.
Let's bring back up Elias Pettersson.
Yeah, let's get him.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't be mush. Yeah, someone said DeBrusk is mush. DeBrusk has 30 goal potential. I don't think DeBrusk is mush. I think Jake DeBrusk is a guy who can score you goals.
He's also
Pettersson
cheaper.
to Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit's I think Detroit and San Jose are the two teams because they have the assets and they have the money.
San Jose makes a ton of sense because then you just deploy him as elite defensive 2C. And you say Celebrini scores, all the pressure's off you, living in San Jose, like an environment that's not an overly demanding market by any means. San Jose is such a good fit for Pettersson. Mm-hmm. I know there's always been the Carolina whispers.
Always.
And they could afford him.
They can?
Oh, yeah. Carolina has $17 million in cap space.
Wow.
Yeah. They just don't. They just
They won't do
signed everybody. You don't think? I think they would do it.
I know, but they just don't do it. They never go for like once. And I'm going to say this, and I'm not. And in the same breath, I'm saying Elias Pettersson isn't that, but like a superstar. They never go for that.
Rantanen.
Mikko Rantanen.
Year before that,
they
went,
but it just didn't. It
didn't work.
It didn't work.
Year before that, they went for Gensel, and it didn't work. It's weird.
But would you say Gensel's a superstar?
No.
Star
I would say
adjacent.
he's a franchise star.
I feel like like you put him in good situations, he can perform, but I don't think he's gonna like move your team to the next level.
Then they went and signed Oilers, but like they have one player who makes more than $9 million on their roster. Like that's crazy. Carolina.
Who is it?
Aho makes 9.7.
Oh, I thought he was 8.5.
Oilers is 8.5. So yeah, they have 17 million. Like if they were to go to the Canucks and be like, all right, you're taking Kotkaniemi because they're shopping him and they want to get out of that money, I think they would probably get a pretty good. Like Vancouver, if you're dealing with a team like Carolina and saying, we'll take the Kotkaniemi money too, you're actually probably getting a potentially nice package here.
Kotkaniemi, I don't know how that guy keeps getting paid anything. He's never been good. Like the whole thing when Carolina offersheeted him.
That was the best thing for his life.
Well,
it was the best thing for Montreal, I think.
Yeah. So what the domino effect of all that too was because the Canes had to give him such an aggressive 1-year deal to get the offer sheet. The next year, his qualifying offer was like 6.3.
Yeah.
And Carolina was like, oh, shit, we can't have this guy on our cap next year at 6.3. So they tried to do the long-term, low-cost deal to get him out of accepting the qualifying offer. And then that just blew up in their face.
Yeah. It was a bad idea from the start.
Mm-hmm. Someone said Marco Rossi in our chat. Vancouver's not trading Marco Rossi. I mean, key piece of the Pettersson deal. They're not touching him. We'll talk some more trades in a little bit, but let's talk a little bit more about the game tonight. Once again, it's a Capital Buick GMC game day here on the show. They have to go 11-7 tonight. They do not have enough players on their roster to not go 11-7. Now, if Kasperi Kapanen was out long term, that would have solved the problem. If Leon Draisaitl was out long term, that would be a whole nother problem, but it would have solved the issue at hand right now. But they're forced to go 11-7. So they're going to keep up McDavid, Pods, and Hyman. Roslovic's going to move back to the wing to play with Nugent Hopkins and Frederick Lazar with Mangiapane and Janmark. And then you see the Howard and Savoy duo. I wouldn't view that as any sort of
David's got some work to do tonight.
Well, I was going to say, I don't view that as any sort of a demotion for Howard and Savoy. This is just they're going to rotate through with Roslovic, Nuge, and McDavid, and they'll get shifts with all the centermen.
Yeah. It's actually an opportunity for them.
I told Liam before the show, I was like, I actually might go Ike Howard anytime tonight.
Well, you saw what I did tonight.
You went. I saw the payout, but I didn't see any of the bets. I was like, I want to be surprised with this one.
I wanted to. Yeah, I wanted to go bigger.
I can't wait now for that.
This is what I wanted to do.
Ekholm, Bush, Nurse, Emberson, Wallman, Stasny, Regula is the 7, and Connor Ingram was in the starter's net at practice, which usually means if you take the starter's crease, especially at home, it means you're going to be in the starter's crease for the game.
That's why they call it the starter's crease.
There you go. And then Tristan Jarry was the first goalie off the ice.
Oh, here we go. Plot twist.
Apparently, Tristan Jarry just likes the other net more.
Really?
Goalies are so weird.
God, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, maybe we have a new starter's net. Or maybe the starter's net is fluid, just like the studio is fluid.
You can just move it wherever you need it to go. But yeah, apparently it will be Tristan Jarry tonight, making his first career home start as an Edmonton Oiler. So haven't seen him yet.
That is that just seems off.
Because he played like 2 road games, got hurt, came back, played twice on the road.
Yeah. Be good. Hopefully it goes well for him. He's been good for the Oilers so far. I think he's only really had the one bad game, which is Nashville, I would say. But the rest of it
save percentage above 9. How beautiful is that?
Both of them.
I know. It's kind of shocking.
He doesn't have 5 shutouts with the Oilers, so ignore that part. But
Classic.
you could imagine what it would be like.
Strike one for our intern. Dial it in. But yeah, no, Tristan Jarry's been excellent. Both goalies, like, again, Liam and I kind of said this. Now that you've gotten your eyes on, or now that we've gotten our eyes on Ingram and Jarry, it's like, oh yeah, maybe we had bad goalies before.
They make those saves.
Well, I was sitting there today. I was like, man, when was the last time someone just walked in and shot a wrist shot past our goalie? It hasn't happened in a while.
We had a low bar, but for some reason, you would see the save percentage and not acknowledge it as fact.
Well,
it was right in front of you.
I still don't like save percentage.
I don't care.
I still don't like it.
It is still a powerful signal.
The better
And you guys
signal
were
is
still saying our goaltending is fine.
goals against average is better.
we had our own system.
I like just watching the games and being like, this goalie's playing well.
Yeah, my eyes.
And
The eye test also would suggest the goaltending wasn't great.
Stu Skinner was
Actually,
earning
more
some
so than the
thumbs
stats.
No, I don't think so. I think. Well, I mean,
I get painted as an asshole and all this stuff, and I'm like, my observations are my eyes with a little bit of numbers, but then the numbers, my eyes, fuck, you're seeing fucking ghosts and bullshit, Jay, and then the numbers I use, that stat's not real.
well, the stats are what you want them to be.
Anyways, who cares? New goaltending era. We're all on the same page.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're good. We're Team Ingram, Team Jarry. I've said it a few times. The only thing I don't like is that Ingram doesn't have anything you can chant after he makes a save. And they're calling him they're calling him what, Kingram?
No, it was
King Connor? King Con.
King Kong.
Yeah. Jarry, I don't think tonight anyone's going to be doing like a jar chant. You could.
No.
You could. You can squint and see it.
I refer to us as jarheads now. Or jarheads.
Jarhead is good.
I don't mind that,
I like
yeah.
Jarhead, and then maybe Connor's got a luscious beard. Ingram, that is. Maybe. I don't know.
There's something there. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I'm interested to see.
Us in the chat.
Yeah. Someone in the chat said, why don't they just play Calvin Pickard as a forward tonight? I did reach out to our resident capologist, Hart Levine. Shout out Puckpedia. I asked him a serious question at first. I said, hey, if the Jets trade Taves at the trade deadline, who handles all of his bonuses? And Hart responded incredibly quick to that. Then I said, okay, one more question. Is there anything in the CBA that stops Calvin Pickard from playing as a player tonight? And Hart just didn't answer me back. He was like, yeah, fuck, I'm not talking to you about that. But it brings up an interesting question. You think he could?
No, he could not.
I'm going to ask Carter Hutton when he comes here on Thursday. I'll be like, in a pinch, could you have gone and given your team like 9 minutes at 5-on-5?
I will say this. It is difficult for defensemen to flip to their offside and play a game. And now you're asking a guy who plays goal to go and play defense in a National Hockey League.
But you'd want to see it.
No, I actually don't at all.
I saw Matt Tompkins at the ODR one time at Sherwood Park. Guy was lighting everybody up on the ice. He's a goalie, but he was still better.
I honestly want to. It sounds like we're making up something to talk about.
Yeah,
and there's a lot to talk about. We're not going to talk about how we should force Calvin Pickard into the lineup as a player. Mm-hmm. That is like peak DOD. That is peak summer content. What are we doing? I want to apologize to the audience.
56% said yes in the poll.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, of course, because we're all having fun. We're being silly.
So you want me to dial it back in?
Well, someone's on YouTube. I want to get some Edmonton hockey content. Yeah. Oh, there's this live show on. Calvin Pickard should dress as a forward tonight. Click. Bye.
gone.
Sorry. Go to the other show that doesn't talk about that.
All right, we'll talk about what the chat's talking about. Aiden's in and says, could Pickard be the 3C answer? Knockout Panda says Pickard could be the 3C we need. So again, just going off with the chat.
People love Pickard too much.
I know.
I've had enough.
It's a matter.
I love that the team loves him, and we got to figure this out. Like I said, management.
I actually don't know how
Coaching.
they're going to figure this out.
They're going to waive him eventually.
I don't know. I really, honestly don't think they will.
You think there's a trade market?
I think now the players are like, whoa, we got goalies now. Like, holy, we thought it was bad, but I was really bad. Okay. I guess. Sorry, Cal.
Ryan's in and says, would Pickard wear the same number?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think you would?
I think
That's where the CBA gets. You're not allowed to change a person's number.
Well, there's a new rule now too. If you go down to the American League, you have to have the same number. So I'd imagine if you become a goalie onto a forward, you have to have the same number.
Weird.
But there was that video that went out over the weekend of Kyle Bukauskas with Calvin Pickard, and he was reading some of the stuff McDavid said about Pickard, and he basically said he's like the captain of the team.
I know that's
And I just can't imagine.
He's the glue guy. I've heard so many good things about him and what he is as a teammate.
Well, they clearly see value in it because they're running 11-7 tonight because they can't afford to call up a player because they have Calvin Pickard on the roster.
Yeah, I don't know. I've honestly not seen anything like this with a goalie before. Like where he's just
got
like
magic.
He really does. He's indestructible.
Once again, we will never. You can never forget what he did for us as a goalie, let alone a player tonight.
I agree. I just
God damn it.
So you're not fully like. If I said, Liam, you got to put $100 on what the outcome of the Calvin Pickard thing is, and I'll give you some options. He's traded, he stays on the roster all year, or he's waived. Which one are you putting $100 on?
I think they would trade him
I think he's waived.
because I think they'll trade. Like I think asset management is a part of this too, and like
There should be a fourth option. He stays.
I said he stays on the roster.
Oh, sorry.
Ottawa literally had their best defenseman call out their goalie the other day.
Yeah, and they sent down Maryline today.
So I feel like they're in a bit of trouble.
Did you hear that quote?
Yeah, but like, I'm glad he said it.
Yeah.
I'm glad he said it.
Yeah, I think
Like
sometimes
players should hold each other other players accountable. Like we need more than 10 saves. Like I wish we each said that sometimes about our goaltending.
I thought you were going to say that about each other.
What, you guys?
I don't know, anyone.
Yeah, well, he did kind of just call us out when he was like, quit yapping about this Pickard
No,
stuff.
he called
You're
you
ruining
out. I did not want that.
Well, you wrote it in the sheet.
No, I did not.
It's a team effort. It's Owen Everyday with Tyler and Liam.
So I think he'll get traded. I actually,
I don't know.
I think
man.
he's waived.
I don't know.
I'm camp waiver.
Connor wouldn't allow it.
I actually don't think he will.
That's the thing.
They've literally prevented him from going on waivers already this season, and probably haven't done it again since.
If he didn't get waived at 8:30, I don't know.
That's the thing. Like we're kind of missing in all of this, and how much they love him. He was literally the worst goalie in the league statistically,
Yep.
and they were just like, no way, good enough for us.
Okay, and I agree that like Connor loves him and they love having him around and all of that stuff. If we get to February or March 5th, right? We're post-Olympic break. We're back. We're a day away from the deadline. And we now have another 6 weeks or however many games it is of Connor Ingram and Tristan Jarry playing the way they're currently playing or close to it. Connor McDavid, as much as he loves him, is not an idiot. I think if you went to him and said, Connor, we cannot keep running a bare bones roster. Calvin's going to get through waivers. We're confident in that. Every team solved their goalie problems ahead of the deadline. He's going to get through waivers. We're sending him down.
He's going to stay up here and hang out.
Well, but and he's coming back for the playoffs. Like, don't worry. He'll be back. Connor McDavid, I think, at that point wouldn't be like, no, he needs to be here and be the third goalie. Like,
so if they're, I can subscribe to the picture you're painting, but it has to be so certain that because now there's gamesmanship. People know we have sent a very powerful signal to the world that this team values this player.
we overplayed our hand.
And if you want to try to do something to cut him off at the knee somewhere, a move like this could cause some disruption.
But like San Jose, for example, San Jose is going to face a point where they might have to waive one of their 3 goalies, right? Like there are teams around the league who are in similarly uncomfortable spots with their goalies. So I just think the Oilers could probably get away with it. I don't know.
Playoff Cal.
So someone put it in the chat, and it's not.
Philly might take them, yeah.
Outside of the question, it just went by. I think they were called Seb. What if they just mutually terminated his contract?
Huh.
And he was just around the team.
He was then hired as a coach.
The NHL would be sniffing around that so fast.
I don't actually know if he could immediately sign back with the team either. So
he's just a fan.
Yeah, he's just a
fan with amazing access.
Can you imagine if like Ken?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Ken Holland like knew how big of a role Cal has in that room, claims him just to like ice him?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's
and then
the
Calvin Pickard
gamesmanship.
is sitting with the King's scratches, but actively cheering for the Oilers.
In an Oilers jersey.
It's a crazy situation. I honestly can't believe we're here. That we're just at the point where it's like we have 2 other goalies who are better than him. Not that I didn't think there was 2 other goalies better than him. I just can't believe they found 2 other goalies.
Well, one of them was in the organization.
Who looked worse.
That was magical. And you need magical things to happen. That was magical because the AHL was not good.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
And clearly he is just a switch is flipped. And boy, that bearded guy is solid.
Mike says something that actually happened a few years ago when the Leafs put Jason Spezza on waivers, and he was like, if anyone claims me, I'm retiring. Calvin Pickard could just put out a statement and be like, if any team claims me, I'm not reporting, so like don't make me do this.
You could do what
now we're talking.
Yeah.
This is what we need to do.
there was another deal that was done. This is more of a preseason one than it happened, but Phoenix Copley was claimed by Tampa Bay. And then there was a written agreement, well, like an unwritten agreement, I guess, that was like, we need you for 1 game, and then we will trade you back to LA. And he got traded back to LA for future considerations.
So maybe Philly would be like, hey, we need you to close out the stretch. If we miss the playoffs, we'll send you back to Edmonton.
But then the trade
But they
deadlines-
can't.
Yeah, but then he can still come hang out.
Oh, they just sent. I think he could just do that on his own.
Yeah, I guess he could just leave. Like Klim Kostin that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone said, I think Spezza has a bit more cachet than Pickard. Brian said that.
And
yeah,
that's probably
like,
fair. He was a thrasher.
who was?
Jason Spezza.
No, he wasn't.
Who was the? Oh,
Danny
Heatley.
Damn it. No, it wasn't. Oh, no, he went straight from, well, no,
Ottawa, Dallas, Toronto. That was the Spezza row.
There you go.
Okay, we got a couple other things that we're going to get to tonight. Got some game notes for later on. We're obviously going to do our betting challenge, but every day leading up to the deadline, we're going to do a different trade deadline activity, we'll call it.
Yes.
Get our brains sort of just wired into trade mode.
Well, all right.
Although the Oilers have
Can I
already
trump
made...
the EP discussion that we had?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'll take it.
The Oilers have already made 3 trades this season and signed Jack Roslovic. Stan Bowman's been a busy guy.
3 trades.
Ingram, Stasny, Jarry, and the Roslovic signing.
Yeah. I forgot about the Ingram trade.
Because remember, one of your bold predictions on ON Radio that we write down and look back on at the end of the year, one of your bold predictions was the Oilers will make at least 3 trades this year, and like they did it before Christmas.
Doesn't seem very bold anymore.
There better be more coming.
Oh,
well,
yeah. They're not done. They're going full Colorado.
Let's do our deadline talk. It is brought to you by our friends at Greta, our go-to party spot in downtown Edmonton. Arcade, bar, street food. It is all good at Greta. Aaron, vibes were good on Saturday night?
Vibes were incredible on Saturday night. Anytime you beat anyone 6-0,
Yeah.
but throw in the rivalry game against the Canucks, throw in some spicy vodka rigatoni from Greta, and it was the perfect evening.
Damn.
I got no notes. Yeah, check out the spicy vodka rigatoni. Highly recommend.
I think when people see, like, again, arcade, bar, street food, you don't quite realize how good the food is.
It is
the
so
food's so
much
good.
more than just an arcade,
Yeah.
sports bar, whatever you want to say. Like the food, and I always say this, they have the food in the back, right? So like even at like midnight, 12:30, you could just walk into Greta, go to that truck and be like, can I get some nugs? I'd be like, yeah, right here, man. You can pay right there too. Yeah. You don't have to sit down. It's unreal.
All right. I have 5 players, and what I did for this is I went to the different like trade boards that are on around the internet, and I found 5 names that I consider realistic names in the sense that they will be on or should be on the trade market ahead of the March 7th deadline.
Okay.
So I'm going to give them to you one by one. We're going to go through
These are
them.
the ones you think are fits for us, or that we should?
Third line centers that are reportedly available.
Okay.
Name number 1, Jonathan Toews.
And you want us to blind rank these?
No. We're just going to, and then I'll give you the next name. You tell me if they're higher or lower than Toews on your list. The first one is Toews. There was a report yesterday from the fourth period that there were a bunch of scouts in attendance in Chicago to watch Jonathan Toews ahead of the deadline. One of them was actually Kyle Dubas. He made his return to Chicago last night. He started really poorly. He's starting to turn it around a little bit in Winnipeg. I'm not totally sold on him putting his hand up and saying like, hey, I'll leave. And the other part with Jonathan Toews is that he obviously has all the bonuses. So if the Winnipeg Jets were to retain 50% of him, his cap hit would only be $1 million. But if you were a team acquiring him, you would be on the hook for his $500,000 bonus for making the playoffs. And then every series that you win and he plays in 50% of the games, he gets another $250,000. And if you win the Stanley Cup, it's another $1 million. So you'd be on the hook for all those bonuses eventually counting towards your cap. But again, he's started to look better as the year's gone on. Would you have any interest in Jonathan Toews?
I would if he didn't have all those bonuses.
Yeah, that really makes it complicated.
Because those would go in the cap next year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
So you're out too on just because of the bonuses?
I'm out.
He is currently number 1 on my list.
He is number 1 because he's the only name I've given you. I wanted to, for the sake of the conversation, air all of those things. I would also just say no to him. I think
Okay.
you can do a lot better than a legacy player at this point. So I would pass on Jonathan Toews. Doesn't really matter what the cost is on it. Name number 2, Boone Jenner, gentlemen. He can play center. He can play the left wing. Columbus, not doing well, probably will sell off. He's a pretty affordable cap hit as well. He's a pending UFA at, it is $3.75 million. He has 8 goals in 34 games this year, 24 points. Boone Jenner.
I've been asking for Boone Jenner, and you can go through the tapes. And yes, I said tapes. The digital archive.
That's how long he's been asking for.
We have them.
I've been asking for Boone Jenner type for 3 to 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think the ship sailed on old Booney boy.
It's only 32.
I know.
You think the ship has sailed?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I want to hear who else on the list. Like I think I'm over it being him because I think it's no longer him.
Liam?
You go straight to number 1 on my list.
Higher than Toews.
Higher than Toews.
Do you think that by the end of this exercise, he'll still be in the 1 spot?
I can't remember the other 3 names on your list. I will say he'll be top 3.
It's probably fair. Third name I got for you guys.
That's bold.
Ryan Hartman.
Oh, 5.
No. I think culturally you don't want that guy. No.
No.
Hard-nosed right shot, center, term, 1 more year at $4 million.
All good. I don't know a lot about him.
I'm thinking of the person, not the player.
He had 14 goals this season in 46. Has 14 goals, sorry.
That's
Pretty good.
46 games.
That's
5 of them on the power play, but still
pretty good. I'm still a no. I'm still digging in. I'll
sucks at winning faceoffs.
I'll eat my humble pie here later if I'm
He's
absolutely
played
wrong with the other 2 names.
41 playoff games. Has never scored more than 2 goals in a playoff run. I'm out.
Mulek says, I like Hartman. Someone said Minnie wouldn't trade him.
He's on the board. He's on some boards.
He's on some boards, and apparently Minnesota wants to go, and they're aiming for like a Trocheck or whatever. So to make that work, they need to get money out the door, and Hartman's someone that they could want to move for the $4 million.
I wouldn't
Well, there you
be.
go.
I
They
wouldn't
wanna-
be willing.
They're willing to let go of him, and they're a playoff team.
Sure, that's a fair point.
A team that needs center depth shouldn't be willing to get rid of a center. That was 14 goals.
Fair.
So I'm out.
There's more. There's smoke there.
I'd actually probably take Toews over him.
I would take Toews over him. 100%.
In
But
terms
I think
of
culturally and I think
Yeah.
leadership-wise, he could maybe just lift the team up another year.
the other side of this too is Hartman is currently playing as their number 1 center. The others have clearly stated that they want players who are willing to play in the bottom 6.
Yeah.
Is he willing to do that? I don't know. You
Third
seem to think differently.
Third name, we're going back to Columbus.
Yes, I will take Charlie Coyle.
Charlie Coyle. Is he number 1 on your list now?
Probably, yeah.
He's higher than Boone.
Well, how old is Charlie Coyle?
He's like 31.
I do like Charlie Coyle. I also like Charlie Coyle.
He's 33 right shot center, 5.25, free agent. at the
Older
end of
than
the year.
Boone Jenner, Jay.
I know.
More expensive than Boone Jenner, Jay.
I know, but what about
Shoots right.
There's that, but let's talk about like top years in terms of what they've been able to achieve between the two of them.
Well, the thing with Coyle is, and Boone Jenner has had a similar role, but it feels like he's been relied upon to be a top 6 forward a lot in his career, but has now gradually stepped back and still found a role.
Now, how's he doing this year?
10 goals on the season, 8 of them away from the power play, which is always the number
That's
I kind of like
ideal.
to look at.
Yeah.
How's his skating? I think he's okay.
Yeah, I think he still has okay boots, has experience obviously playing with Trent Frederick in Boston. So,
That's the way to get him going.
I mean, we laughed about this though with Pete when it's like, are you really going and like you're almost doubling down on Trent Frederick when you go acquire someone just because they play well with Trent Frederick?
I wouldn't play him with Frederick. Frederick would stay on my fourth line. I think our fourth line's good. I think the whole is clearly the third line. It's actually wild how different they're playing without Adam Henrique. Yeah. And how much they clearly do not miss him.
A little damning there, hey?
Ryan says, this list sucks. Well, these are your options, buddy. This list does suck.
Yeah,
but
I
this
mean,
is
like,
what we're working with.
What's for dinner? It's what's on the menu, man. Like you can't go into the kitchen yourself here. Last name. So wait, where's Coyle go for you? Above Boone?
Yep.
Yeah,
Above Boone.
I think so too.
If you get 50% retention, it's $2.75 million. Pretty easy to fill in.
I'm putting Boone 2.
Yeah, Boone is currently 2 on my list.
Coyle. So you guys are both going Coyle, Boone, Taves, Hartman.
Yes.
Last name that I have, Ryan O'Reilly.
Oh.
1.
Yeah. Yeah.
1. You got an extra year.
4.5 for
He's
this year
older.
next. 34.
Yeah.
Man, his nickname is Factor.
You know, he knows his
Like,
role.
Good in the
is-
room. His teammates love him.
There's
And
no
he can play a guitar.
that's got to mean something.
That gets the boys going.
I think you shouldn't compare Ryan O'Reilly to the other centers on this list. You should compare him to Calvin Pickard. And can he provide that same factor Calvin Pickard does?
I think he can provide that pick, but and also he brings a lot of Selke to his game.
Yeah, the
Like
others
his
don't.
hand-eye and his ability to just break shit up.
Others don't have a player like him.
No. Can he still score? I don't know, but
But you don't need him to, right?
I know, but
It's
you
helpful.
you do.
I think that if you're playing
You
him
need a
on
third line that can score.
if you're playing him with, let's just say Roslovic and Kapanen, for example, it's a pretty good third line. Speed on his wings, he provides the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty legit.
Conn Smythe winner, man. Conn Smythe winner.
Well,
6 years ago, but Conn Smythe winner.
How high has he finished in Selke voting in the past? I don't think he's ever won, but like I would imagine he's like in the camp. He's like talked about.
Yeah, I can look that up.
I would take him.
Yeah.
People keep bringing up Vincent Trocheck. I would like Vincent Trocheck. I just don't know if the others. The problem with him is New York probably won't retain anything. Those other 5 players you talked about could all get retention.
So like O'Reilly, the reason I said realistic, like I could see a world where Ryan O'Reilly agrees to come here.
Where is Nashville in the standings? Because they've been on a bit of a heater.
Yeah.
They're like 6 points out of a playoff.
3
spot.
points out of a playoff spot with a game in hand. So that's okay. So there's a couple things here. I do think ultimately Ryan O'Reilly would like a shot at winning. So I do think he'd come here. But remember, he did walk away from Toronto, signed in Nashville, and there was a little bit of he didn't really like the media attention and the market of Toronto.
Maybe he didn't like Austin Matthews.
Maybe.
That's a possibility.
Nashville's still in the hunt. They might not trade him.
Oh, you need a few of these teams to fall out.
Yeah.
Oh, you just need the gap to widen.
Ryan O'Reilly 2 years ago finished 36th in Selke voting, but he did have a run from like 2015 to 2022 where he was like coming top 5 and stuff. So
I think the thing is too with the media here, I don't think it's as aggressive as Toronto.
and some of the media is dumb. Like I heard this one show was talking about Calvin Pickard playing forward. No, in all
damn
seriousness.
it.
But that's the risk you run by you bring it up, because if someone just comes in that moment in time,
Yeah.
like that's the dumbest hockey show I've ever seen. That's the risk.
That's fair.
Is it worth the reward? I don't know.
But we're
Let us
authentically
know
us.
let us know your full list in the chat. So it was Boone Jenner, Ryan Hartman, Jonathan Taves, not Calvin Pickard, what's the other guy's name? Charlie Coyle, and Ryan O'Reilly. I'll write it down.
You went Ryan O'Reilly last on purpose.
Yes.
Because it's so clear him number one.
Despite your allegations from earlier, I do know how to run a show. The reason I didn't include Trocheck, I know people are screaming about him. He's American. He's got 3 more years left. I don't think he waves to come here. I just don't think he is interested in leaving New York to come to
What's his
Edmonton.
cap number? I don't.
5.6.
Oh, 5.6.
That's not bad.
But you're not getting retention on him, so you can't afford him this year. Like, it's a bit of a mess. Like, O'Reilly works because you could basically just send Mangiapane out the door, and it's good.
Send Mangiapane, and we just talked about Calvin Pickard for all that time, but you move out his $1 million and you have the money.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's only $4.5 million. You can afford all those players straight up.
Yeah. The other thing, too, is, and you talked about it, how much better they've played without Henrique here. Oh, you might be at a point where you need to have some uncomfortable conversations with Adam Henrique.
It's crazy. Like, it's so obvious.
Yeah.
Everyone is elevated, and I don't know. We'll know more when he plays again. How about that? If he plays and it looks like they've got worse, then that's when you know.
But if he's out till after the Olympic break, he's going to have like 5 games to show it, which maybe that's a good thing. You need him to like come out like a bat out of hell.
So can you explain it? Like, let's live in a hypothetical world again.
Sure.
Fantasy line.
I love
Let's
fantasy.
go. Great place.
Calvin
What-
Pickard, top line left wing.
What, like, if he is on LTIR till the end of the regular season, what does that mean?
It means you get $3.6 million in cap space or $3 million in cap space. One of the two.
You would get, it's probably his cap space because you probably can't exceed that.
Yeah,
right?
probably. That makes sense.
So the Oilers would get his $3 million, but then they would have the playoff salary cap problem where
If he plays.
But
Yeah.
say he's available for game 1 of the playoffs,
then his space is irrelevant then.
But then at that point too, like maybe you're like, we're not even playing you anyway.
Potentially, yeah.
Interesting.
Or on a game-to-game basis, you're just like, all right.
Or you can just scratch him and that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You only need the only part that needs to be cap compliant is the 20 players who are playing in the game need to be under 95.5 million.
And this is where Calvin Pickard funnily comes into the picture again because he makes $100,000 less than Connor Ingram.
And that might
So let's live in
yeah.
this other hypothetical scenario. Connor Ingram's your opening night starter. There is no way Tristan Jarry is sitting on that bench.
Not if you are
Not if you've like done this scenario where Henrique's out.
Yeah, he's a block
you get
ace.
another guy. It's like, sorry, Tristan, you're in the stands.
No.
yeah, because you want
then
to
would
save
get
the
his
$4 million.
You would get that money.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
yeah, yeah.
I talked about this over the summer
So
with
this is what we're playing. The game we're playing.
This is very hypothetical. Like most of the show has been.
I talked about this over the summer about like I think that'll be a strategy some teams have, and actually this just popped into my head with Pickard. You might actually want to sneak him through like around the deadline, because if you wait any longer, there might be a team like and I don't even know who would be off the top of my head, who might sit there and be like, oh, we're taking him because he's cheaper than our backup, and he's going to sit on the bench and be $1 million backup
That's
goalie
now
for
the
us.
superpower.
That is.
Knockout Panda. Yeah. He is right. Retention and buyouts come onto playoff cap as well. So the others will be paying Jack Campbell's cap technically on the playoff cap.
Yeah. But like retention, like the retained contracts you have. If the
Yeah,
Oilers
yeah.
acquired Ryan O'Reilly at 50% retained, he would still only cost
Nashville would pay the $500,000 hypothetically.
yeah, or however much. Yeah.
Yeah.
We good? We're on the same page with that?
Yeah, that was fun. I like that exercise. I think that's not out of the question for Henrique to be out for the regular season. If they've said he's like not back till after the Olympic break.
Because and it's easy to get him back in.
But this
Yeah,
goes
The Jarry mechanism.
Exactly.
this goes back to this goes we, and
So
we had
just
this conversation.
Stay hurt, bro.
Yeah, that foot's super broke.
This goes back to what does, and only Adam Henrique presumably knows this, what does Adam Henrique want going forward? Is this his
Stanley
last
Cup.
year in the NHL? Like, is he sitting there and saying, I'm not signing a contract next year. I'm done. All I want to do is be on a team that wins the Stanley Cup. Then Adam Henrique might sit there and be like, okay, I'm out for the year. Put me on LTIR because it's better than you guys harassing me and telling me that I need to get traded to Nashville as a part of some
Pickard
trade.
should play in my spot.
Yeah. Or does Adam Henrique, is he sitting there going, I want to play next year. I have more in me? Because in that case, you probably can go to him and say, Rico, you're either healthy scratched every game or you're accepting the trade to wherever. And he might sit there and go, yeah, shit, I need to play because I need to get another contract after this. That's the kind of big question in all this. Because I know it's easy to sit here and be like, healthy, scratch him. And people love doing this with Nurse too. Like, it's different with Rico, but they go, healthy, scratch him until he agrees to be traded. Adam Henrique might sit there and be like, don't care. Want to win a Stanley Cup.
Checks are coming.
Yeah.
Checks are
I'm
clear.
getting paid no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't know.
McDowell, you don't want Henrique to come back. Which one are you laughing at?
The fart said he wants to play goalie.
He said you don't want him to come back at all, otherwise he might as well come back sooner. No. We just ran through the money thing. Yeah. It would actually be massively beneficial if he doesn't play the regular season.
Take the time. Thing is, he can still play playoff games.
Yep. Yeah.
He probably still will play playoff games.
Mm-hmm. Also,
Trent Frederick for Henry, if it's not working.
And that's kind of what I was saying too. Like, you would just do that swap.
His foot's broken.
That takes a long time to heal, man.
Yeah, I've heard up to at least April.
Feet are pretty important.
Yeah. And the recovery.
Yeah, unless you can do it on your hands
or on one foot.
Oh, that would be something.
At the NHL level.
Who did that the other year? They played with a broken foot. It was probably
Trent Frederick.
Yeah, that's fair, basically.
All right. Mulek says, let's do top 6 winger list tomorrow. Sure.
There was only one on my list.
The Breadman?
Jared McCann.
Oh.
Yeah.
The French fry guy.
McCann. That's a good one.
We probably Panarin. Oh, it's an interesting one. I still think I would take McCann number 1 based off his cap.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
And the extra year.
That's what Rico can do for you.
If he wants to become my favorite.
And then our goaltending, interesting switch move gets us O'Reilly. But I guess you have to fit him in the regular season cap.
Yeah. It is a little bit awkward.
Well, you know what? It's been 2 games. I can't say it. Because then if it happens, I'm a fucking asshole. I'm not saying it. I'll say it off air.
I don't even know what you were going to say.
I'm sure.
Well, there's a way that is more likely that we'll get more cap space anyways.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying it.
He's going to say Tristan Jarry gets hurt again.
I'm not saying shit. You said it. You said it.
That's a lot.
I don't know why you would think or say that on live television. Now someone else has chimed in, heard your pick or take, came in to give you a second crack, and then that's what they hear.
I finally get the streaming software back up, and we're doing this.
All that hard work.
People were talking. I had this presented my way yesterday, actually. But Panarin has a full no move clause.
Yeah.
And is apparently a little bit like, I don't actually really want to leave New York. Like, he wants to stay. But if you guys are going to, like, force me, I'm going
to Florida.
And
he's already done this.
Well, remember when Claude Giroux did this? And, like, somehow Philly still got a first-round pick from the Panthers? But Giroux basically came out and was like, I will only play for the Florida Panthers. Yeah. And they had to trade him to Florida. Like, it's probably the same thing here where Panarin's going to sit there and go, I will go to Florida. Or trade me to the Islanders because then I don't have to move.
So if Florida were hypothetically had interest in him, would they have to declare Barkov out for the playoffs? Because they currently have $1 million in cap space. And I don't know who they would move. Like Evan Rodriguez is always the guy, right? Like they might have to move like Rodriguez and Listerainen, who would both make $3 million, to then bring in Panarin at 50% retained.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I don't know if that actually. I mean, that definitely makes him better. Panarin's better than both those guys. But Florida's whole thing was like, we have 3 lines that will kill you, and then our 4th line will literally kill you.
Yeah,
isn't that a beautiful way to build a team?
I think the Oilers are building it that way. I think that 4th line has come a long way.
Shout out Kurt Lazar.
Yeah, you
my
know
guy.
What? I
600th
like
game tonight, by the way, for
Congrats.
Curtis Lazar. Oh yeah, Curtis Lazar revenge game. Interesting.
Scored against them last time.
He did.
Oh, he did.
I love him. Like he
So
just
Connor
brings it
Ingram.
every night.
And he's always smiling.
You know what you're getting. Yeah, exactly. He seems like a great room guy.
Yeah.
Put him in that. See, the show's making me dumber. Now I'm saying this shit.
Oh, that's so mean. Well, let's make Jay feel dumber. Bet365 Game Day Betting Challenge. Brought to you by Bet365. Download the app today.
Tonight.
Use the promo code NATION. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Standings, gentlemen. We're all coming off L's.
Yeah, but I ran into a problem.
I got too greedy. Oh, now what?
My fiance logged into her Canva account, and it logged me out of yours.
So you don't have the password?
I can't remember the password, but we're all coming off losses.
Okay. Jay is going to take a big swing today. I'll go first with my pick for tonight. I'm keeping it. I think the 3 in a row. Listen, we're due here. It's about time. So I am going to take money line, and I'm going to take it with a couple of shot props. Okay. Zach Hyman. Hottest goal scorer in the NHL, most goals in the league since December 11th. He's been hammering the shot prop as of late. Give me Hyman over 2.5 shots, McDavid over 3.5 shots, and the Oilers money line. It all comes out to plus 340.
This is beautiful. Well done, team.
Yep, Liam.
Oilers win because I believe Hyman shots, like you said. Podkolzin and point because he's on the power play tonight. Plus 310.
That's a good one.
I didn't even know he's on the power play when I did this. So I actually hit every single bet I made last game. And they Bet365 also gave me my money back for Kapanen getting hurt. Shout out Bet365.
Oh, they gave you the injury insurance.
Yeah, because I think it's if a player gets injured, for hockey at least, it's the first period.
Yeah.
They give you your money back. And they did it for me the other day too with George Kittle.
Yeah, they did it for me too.
That whole theory with the
tequila?
The substation?
No, the substation that's near their practice facility.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
The electric.
Oh, man, I am all in on believing that right now.
Jay, your bet for tonight.
Well, I definitely believe.
I couldn't fit it on the thing on the side.
Well, it's only 3 legs. So regulation win.
Mm-hmm.
Trent Frederick is due.
Okay.
I feel like he's getting his chances. And he's been elevated.
11 forwards, that statistically means there's a better chance he'll score.
That's why I am saying tonight is the night. I'm not wearing his jersey tonight, too, to not double jinx it. And then I was going to get greedy and go Zach Hyman to score just because he's been so red hot. But I chickened out and went point. So plus 1050.
Trent Frederick has gone 25 games without scoring a goal.
I know. Well, sounds like he's due.
Question from Ryan in the chat. Dumb question. First off, not a dumb question because it's fair that you don't understand.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the puck line, money line, and belt line?
Money line means just win. Regulation means win in regulation. Puck line means win by 2 or more. Belt line is win by 3 or more, and that is a made-up term that we use on the show.
But
everything else is real.
Should probably apply.
Yeah, I think they should adapt it.
The belt line is real.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I love the belt line.
I think it's clearly real.
It's hit the last 2 games. I have an interesting bet I am pondering for Thursday's game.
Oh, actually, sorry. Tyler's right in the chat. Trent Frederick did score the other day, and they just ruled it out.
Oh, yeah, he got robbed of that.
Yeah, that was clearly a goal.
Straight-up goal.
Yeah.
But Nick Bukestad is a giant human and was able to somehow mask it. And they didn't really properly...
Oh, yeah.
They didn't really...
This whole intent to whistle bullshit is exactly
stupid.
that. It's BS.
The Knobloch was furious.
Yeah.
On the I've not seen him react like that.
So
for
Freddie's
a long
hungry.
time.
He got a goal taken from him.
He's playing well. He deserves a goal.
He's playing better.
Counterpoint. He scored last game, so it's now going to take him another 20 games to score again. That was his one.
You're just a hater.
Wow.
That's fair. No, I love him, and I like that he's playing well. He had a moment a couple games ago. He made that great pass across to Janmark. Like he's starting to boogie and actually make some really good plays.
He's found a role.
Yep, and you're right. Like a fourth line that has a
Curtis
role
Lazar.
and an identity. Freddie, Lazar, Janmark. Go skate hard, hit guys, keep it simple, boom.
Pucks will go in.
Yeah.
They will go in.
I've not seen Matthias Janmark play like this since that playoff run.
I'm happy that you're putting respect on his name.
He's played really well.
Yeah.
Pissed me off last season.
But
he's fine.
it's in him.
Yeah.
And but once again, these guys are fine. Like, once again, it has to be Curtis Lazar.
He's the whisperer.
He's the whisperer. He's the Derek Roy to Nail Yakupov.
Janmark, also, I've loved him on the PK as of late. He's been a great penalty killer over the last couple of games.
Yeah, that's good.
I know he always has been good at that, but I've just really been noticing some positive
Put
plays that he's made.
respect on his name.
Liam, you like Janmark in year 2 of his contract. Just wait for year 3, brother.
It only gets better, man.
It just gets better with age.
What a roller
Fine
coaster.
wine.
Willie says, not wearing your jersey tonight, Jay, is a bridge too far. You're going to the game?
I'm going to the game. I've been
Wow.
to the game forever.
Just flying yourself, or what's the play?
What do you mean?
Or like, who are you going with? That's
I'm
what
going
meant.
with a buddy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say now. Anyways, Oilers Devils tonight. Oh, that's what I was going to say. 8:20 puck drop apparently tonight.
Well, selfishly, I'm happy because I have to play hockey before. Selfishly, but
Did you play hockey this morning too?
No.
Oh,
But I don't like it either. 8:20. That is late night.
imagine being a
Why?
Devils fan.
Oh, why are they doing it?
I don't know.
Is
'Cause
it on?
TNT
Is it?
TNT's Wednesdays, I
Wednesday.
think.
I think it's sometimes Tuesdays though.
Jesus.
No, it's just Sportsnet West. I think.
Like
Wow.
that's just the Leafs play it.
So what do we got?
8 o'clock or something.
Minnesota, Montreal at 5.
Okay.
Ottawa,
Regional.
Columbus at 5. That's kind of it. The rest of them are just all up like
So it
Jets.
doesn't make any sense.
No, even the Rangers, who are in LA tonight, play at 8 p.m. I guess that makes sense because the LA, that would be 7 for them, so that's
Yeah.
fine. So both New York teams that are playing tonight start at 10 p.m. Eastern.
The only theory I can think of is that it's because New Jersey played last night. But
The Oilers did it the other day and they played earlier.
yeah, you're right. They did.
Yeah.
So who cares?
Is it to give Calvin Pickard a little extra time to get acclimatized being a defenseman?
Maybe.
This was requested by the Oilers.
Thursday, Sid versus Connor is a 7 p.m. puck drop. And you won't be on the show that day because you're heading out to Jasper.
I will not be on the show that
So
day.
what's the bet? You can tell us about it now. What's the bet you already have dreamt up?
Well, I tried to manufacture this last time. Now, I guess it all depends who starts in net. You got to think it's Jarry.
I would think so.
I know Jarry's playing tonight, but the thing is, like, they should be alternating goalies. So if it's Jarry Skinner, I'm going to try to manifest what I tried to manifest the first time they play together, the reverse belt line in the sense of not plus 3.5, under 3.5. I'm going goaltending duel. Stu shows up.
You literally just said how
Under
shit he
3.5.
was to start. You said how bad he was to start the show.
I know, but it doesn't matter. Emotions are a powerful thing, and maybe we win 3-0.
Oh man.
I'm picturing a goaltending duel. Imagine you went under 3.5 against the Islanders.
You know, I would bet on Sorokin doing that though, but we kicked Stuart Skinner's ass last time we played
I also
him.
like him as a person, so I kind of
I like
want
him
it
too.
to go that way. And I'll take a 2-1 loss, a 3-1, a 3-0 loss.
So I have 2 hypothetical questions for you, Jay,
Go ahead.
as we continue the hypothetical show.
Yeah, fantasy.
How should Stuart Skinner's reception be on Thursday?
Positive.
But how should the Oilers present it?
Oh, is he worthy of a tribute? Is that the question?
Yeah, video tribute.
Okay, so we've gone to 2 Stanley Cup Finals with him, so you have to do a tribute.
Yeah. You should want to do a
Was that
tribute.
the question? Tribute or no
Yeah,
tribute?
kind of. My second one, because this was asked yesterday, and I strongly disagreed with it. Well, I guess the question was, what does Ryan Nugent-Hopkins have to do to make the Hockey Hall of Fame? And I basically said nothing. He can never get there.
Hater.
Dude.
But like, come on.
If he can get a cup, it changes everything.
Sure, I'll agree with that.
I outlined a path.
His career's not even done. He might play 1,400 games.
And that's what Tyler kind of said.
I
might
said
get
if
to
he plays
15.
1,500 games and he finishes top 15 all time in games played, has a cup,
Yes. Cup is crucial.
and hits 1,000 points or like 1,200 points, and he's like top 50 all time in league
He
scoring.
should hit 1,000 points.
Oh, yeah.
I also forgot Brett Kulak is coming back on Thursday.
Kulak.
2 tribute videos, maybe not.
Ooh, oh, do you think they'll do them together in one?
Yeah.
That
AI.
makes sense.
An AI video of them holding hands and
Just Kulak blocking some shots in front of Stu.
I respect Brett Kulak.
I did too. It's too bad he's gone, but I think it was the right move.
Perfect deadline acquisition.
Yeah, but you couldn't acquire him retention. That would be, again, that's where I wish that loophole didn't exist. I don't want them to get Evander Kane, but if you could just go get Kulak back at the deadline for 50% retained, that'd be sweet.
I think I'm out.
But I love Spencer Stastny. Stastny's legit.
I was thinking the other day,
scouting.
when they inevitably, I know tonight Regula is playing, but when they just like, we got to get him back into a game, like who gets scratched?
I just think no one does. I just don't think they want to get. They'll use this as an excuse to get him back in the game.
They'll play him for like a week straight right now, and now push him down the road.
If I gave you an over-under tonight of 6.5 minutes for Regula minutes,
I'll say over just because he'll play on the penalty kill a little bit.
Sure.
Leave some minutes for him.
This is a line I don't care about.
Oh, man.
well, you go to the game and you cheer hard for Alec Regula tonight.
I'm getting my Regula jersey tonight.
What jersey are you wearing tonight?
Eki.
He's been unreal.
He's been awesome, man. That first month when he came back, you and I were both a little like,
didn't look
his
good.
body feels good now. He's now comfortable in his body. He was banged up, man.
yeah, you know things are rolling when you get the Bob Stauffer tweet. Matthias Ekholm since November 9th, 34 games, 2 goals, 13 assists. That's 15 points. Plus 24, 21 minutes and 14 seconds time on ice. Him and Bush have both just been awesome the last couple of months. It is nice. And again,
this is what we need.
Yeah,
and
like,
now we got a little bit of goaltending. Like, we could go on a 20-game heater, Liam.
We could till March 15th. It's crazy.
See you in March, folks.
There are certain things that when you don't have them, you're like, God, what a luxury. Then when you do have them, I think you forget about it a little bit. A legitimate stud number one pairing, that's just good living.
Now we need the crushing third line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do.
We have a crushing third line, and let's...
Are we holding up? Do you have to go?
I probably should.
No. I just had one more.
Yeah, I'm here.
Because I've seen this narrative get thrown around a little bit, or this question.
Yeah.
Mulick said, Ike Howard should have been on PP1. His release in one-timer is so good.
No.
Counterpoint, he does not pass the puck even close to an NHL level. So
but
no.
let's just unpack that for a second. Mm-hmm. He wants to replace Leon Draisaitl in that position?
Yeah, Leon Draisaitl's out tonight.
I thought it was like a global statement.
Because Podkolzin's taking his spot tonight. Wallman took it the other game.
Well, sorry. Now that I fully understand the context, maybe worth just having fun with it.
I just don't.
Who took the 1T and just absolutely whiffed?
Wallman.
Oh, yeah,
Wallman.
Yeah.
I just think that
play a guy to his strength. I'm with me. Like I think you should test it because it's nice to know if you got it. Why not?
I don't think
Just
so.
set up as a one-timer guy.
Well, Podkolzin works with Draisaitl in that spot and like how he should shoot the puck.
Yeah.
So I think having Podkolzin there is almost, it's not a poor man's. I don't think it's even that.
But
he's familiar with what to do.
I think the creativity ceiling is higher with Howard than it is with Podkolzin.
To be honest,
He
I'm
can't pass the
surprised.
puck.
I'm surprised it's just not Ekholm.
I'm surprised they're not just keeping Wallman there.
Yeah, Wallman was
Mixing it up.
getting shots.
I thought they liked his shot. Yeah. Kate, last thing before we let you go. A couple people in the chat noticed it. What do you make of my Uggs? You influenced me.
They look so big.
He's got big skis.
Well,
That's for one.
Big skis.
Size 13 feet.
Damn.
It's hard to make them look small.
I would like to welcome you to the Ugg brethren. Mm-hmm. And honestly, now that you've got your feet in what can be described as heaven encased in leather and fur, how do you feel?
They're the comfiest thing I've ever worn. It's like walking around constantly getting a hug on your feet.
It's I swear they're the best thing you can put on your feet.
Yeah.
They are so comfy. I'm not wearing mine today. I'll back you up in Jasper. I'll have mine in Jasper.
Yeah.
They're my go to the pond shoes and the hot tub shoes.
They're great. All right. Someone said I'm going to pass on the Uggs. Buddy,
Don't
knock them till you try them.
Actually, don't. Like, you can mock them. It's so easy.
Yeah.
I used to. And then I slid on a pair and I was like,
Game changer.
I will always own a pair of these.
Yep. All right. Well,
Right.
thank
You
you.
guys all wearing Lululemon joggers right now?
No, I'm a reigning champ guy.
Yeah. Someone did ask, Jay, are you wearing capris? Buddy, we're all wearing joggers.
Well, I'm wearing pants. They creep up when I sit
Yeah.
down. But yeah, they normally come down to like there.
All
yeah,
right.
I'm a reigning champ guy.
Okay, we'll see you in Jasper.
See you guys in Jasper.
See you there.
Reverse belt line.
Reverse belt line. There you go. There goes Jay. Devan Dubnyk. His appearance is brought to you by Oodle Noodle. Head to oodlenoodle.ca. Take advantage of the value menu deal. It allows you to add 2 green onion cakes, 5 spring rolls, or 6 wontons to your order for just $2. Any signature or premium box. oodlenoodle.ca. In-store online orders only. As we bring in our boy, former NHLer, Devan Dubnyk. Where are you at on the Uggs, Doobie?
I love it. I was thinking you could close your eyes and it'd be like somebody's arguing about Crocs the same way. Like, you put them on, you're never going back. Like, I'll never put on Crocs. But the Uggs, the heaven on feet, I don't have a pair. My kids wear them. My wife wears them. I don't think there's anything wrong with dudes wearing them. It's comfortable as anything.
It's great. I'm so warm right now.
The argument's amazing. It's like I said, it's just like Crocs. Either you like don't even look at them, but the people that got them live and die by it.
All right. I want to kick this off. There was a clip we dug up from the archives in honor of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' 1,000th game, and it's Gene doing the walk-off interview. Can you turn up the sound? Oh, do we have the sound?
It's up there. What was the whole experience like? Maybe the entire day, the build-up, the pat on the back from Devan Dubnyk, and just the way the entire day went for you and night.
Well, last night I was pretty nervous. I was tough to sleep right away, but I mean, this morning I just tried to think about it as another game. Obviously, it wasn't, but I mean, I just tried to take that mindset, and obviously I was really nervous, but I mean, I just tried to play it like any other game.
Every kid dreams of being in the NHL, and once they get here, they dream.
You hear that first off. I know we all joke that the Nuge hasn't aged a bit, but you hear him talk in this clip, and it's like, oh my God, how did they let that boy play in the NHL? He's a toddler, but also you made a little cameo there. What goes through your mind when you see this throwback clip of RNH?
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't hear his voice, it could be yesterday the way he looks. But I mean, yeah, when he showed up, just his like stature and build, he was so like he was just a kid, and he was just a kid. He's 18 years old. But he didn't play a kid's game. I mean, that was the most impressive thing in the world. He didn't even flinch that much. Big smile and a little butt tap there. But he didn't play a kid's game. I mean, to have an 18-year-old kid come in there who wasn't big, he was scrawny, but to play this all-around game, to go out there and play both sides of the puck, be responsible, do all of these things as an 18-year-old kid who didn't have the body for it was truly impressive. And just his maturity off the ice showed on the ice. He didn't seem like a kid. He was mature. He had a head on his shoulders. He's a first overall pick. You'd never know. He came in there with business. He didn't think that anything was given to him. He was very, very mature, and his game on the ice was the same way. He went out there and played a two-way game, which is very rare from a kid playing in the NHL.
I was just going to say, like, in that era, too, that Pacific Division,
So,
he was going up against Kopitar, Thornton, Getzlaf. Like, he didn't have it easy on any night.
No, and that's the thing, too, right? As an 18-year-old playing in the NHL at that time is completely different. And it's taking nothing away from the 18-year-olds now. It's a whole different type of pressure, a whole different expectation on what they're looking to do. But it was not normal to have an 18-year-old play in the NHL, and then you add on top of that the way the game was played. Then it was much more physical. You had lines out there that were just there to go bang and crash, and he had to deal with that. And his awareness and sense of being around the ice allowed him to go out there and do it effectively without getting killed. Because if you went out there and got caught in the track somewhere, it was over. But he's so shifty and aware of what's going on around him. He was able to do it.
What did you make of the 1,000th point game the other day? Obviously a bit of a ceremony before, but then he kicks it off with a goal right away.
Classic neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he does. It's just he's so underrated and underappreciated, and it's not that people don't appreciate him in Edmonton. Again, it's kind of like we talk about Draisaitl being the same way of like his greatness because you have McJesus there, but now you have McJesus and Draisaitl, and Nuge has just been hanging out there, and he's been through everything. I know what the lows were, and he's the only one that's come out of the whole thing and been there and still been part of this group because of that maturity level, because of that focus and just good kid, good head on his shoulders. Didn't take anything for granted, didn't expect anything. And he just pounded through and he grinded through, and he has this all around game that you can stick in any scenario at any time of the year, in any game. You can just slot him wherever you need him. And that game can play on any team. And that's why he's been able to go through the bad times and still continue on to the good times and still be a huge part of this team.
The organization has long had a rule that you don't get your number up in the rafters unless you are a Hockey Hall of Famer. And, we talked yesterday, maybe there is a world where if a whole bunch of things go right, Nuge can work his way into a Hall of Fame kind of conversation here, but he probably doesn't have the resume for it. But I think, and for a long time, Ryan Smith was like Mr. Oiler, right? He was the guy, bleeds orange and blue, copper and blue, whatever you want to say. But I think for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to be the first one to go wire to wire, 1,000 straight games as an Oiler. Wayne didn't do it. Kevin Lowe didn't do it. Ryan Smith didn't do it. They all left at some point, but Nuge never left. I think he's the guy that the organization should break that rule for. Like when Connor eventually goes up and Leon eventually goes up, I think 93 should be up there in the rafters with them.
Absolutely, because that is important. And the fact that he's the first one to do it, Mikko Koivu was the first one in Minnesota here, and he's not a Hall of Famer, but it was Mikko Koivu start to finish. He was the first captain. He was the first he was the first guy, to do all of these things. And to play 1,000 games with one team is crazy, but to be able to do it through all the ups and downs, through the hard times to begin with, and now into the good times, it means a lot to the city and to a franchise that not only does a player want to be there and continue to be there, but is resilient enough to go through 1,000 games in probably, arguably, the highest pressure market outside of Toronto, to be able to sit in there and go through some rough times and come out on the other side and want to be there is saying a lot of good things about Nugent-Hopkins and how great Edmonton is too, and he sees that.
So they obviously did the video for Nuge, and there was players that were put through it. Eberle, McDavid, Draisaitl,
Schultz.
Justin Schultz was on there. But there was one player I want to ask you about, and I'm just curious about the relationship. Maybe you don't even know. But Jeff Petrie made the video, and it's been a long time since I have thought about Jeff Petrie being an Edmonton Oiler. Mm-hmm. Were they good buddies back in the day, Petrie and Nuge? Were they pretty tight?
Yeah, they were. That was kind of, we had a little small group of the young guys coming in. Jonesy was there. He was kind of like a little bit of dad to Nuge, and Petey a little bit of the same thing. Him and Jonesy were tight. We were all buddies, and it was kind of a tight group. Nuge kind of hung around those guys a lot, and Petey was a big part of that too. So he just hit his 1,000th game recently as well. So. Which is pretty cool.
Which was funny again. Like when they did that, I think he's in Florida now, right? They did it where all these, I think it was his kids all wore jerseys or whatever it was, and I just kind of forget he was here, and not because he was a good Oiler. Don't get me wrong.
His best hockey just wasn't here,
and he's just been gone for so long. He was like our best prospect besides you, Devan, of course.
Yeah. No, we were all coming in at the same time. That group of guys. I mean, you're never going to forget those guys, because we're all entering the league, we're all navigating, we're all learning all this stuff together at the same time, and that's when you go through that with guys. It creates a bond, and that's where Nuge has that with myself and with Jonesy and with Petey. That just doesn't go away, because we were coming in older, and we weren't 18 years old, but we were still all basically coming in at the same time and learning all this stuff and figuring out how life works in the NHL, and how to get through 60-point seasons without quitting.
So obviously you helped us get Ryan Jones on the show last week. Did you hear that he got beef with Brad Marchand as a result of it?
No, I didn't hear that. Let me hear it.
So we put up a clip on Instagram of Jonesy being like, there's no city in the league that is more fun to win in than Edmonton. Like nowhere else you'd rather be on a winning team in as a hockey player. And Brad Marchand commented on it and said, "What are you smoking, boy?"
Oh man. Okay.
Anyways,
okay.
Just
well,
an insane...
Marchand's going to take a shot at Edmonton whenever he can. And Unfortunately, with the last 2 years and last year, it's on a platter for him. It's sitting on a tee whenever he feels like it. So it's the boys' job to hopefully go and remove from tee.
Yeah. Let's switch gears a little bit and talk about the goaltending, because, I mean, listen, you've been popping on the show now for almost 2 years, I want to say, and I don't think we've been having conversations like this where it's like, holy shit, they have two good goalies all of a sudden. Jarry's healthy, playing well. He's put in a couple of good starts, got a shutout on the weekend. Connor Ingram has been exceptional. He's allowed 1 goal in his last 2 games combined. What do you make of just the way these two guys are playing? And I guess my question will be, how much of this is just purely on like they got better goalies, and how much of this is like the team's also maybe playing a bit better in front of them?
It's a culmination of everything. Yeah. This is exactly what they need, right? They need 2 guys who can play because of this high pressure situation, and just the ability to go in and out. And it's not all on one guy's shoulders. If a game doesn't go well or a few games don't go well, they're sharing responsibilities. They're sharing successes and they're sharing failures together. And when you can share that with somebody, it is night and day when it comes to pressure. And there is a lot of pressure in Edmonton. There always has been on goalies, but there's a lot of pressure to win right now. And when you can share that pressure and that responsibility with somebody, whether that's 50-50, whether that's 60-40, some sort of equal opportunity where they're both playing well right now, it keeps you fresh. It helps you get through some downtime so they don't stretch on. All of it. It's a much healthier situation in such a pressure cooker on goalies to have that. And if these guys, they're building that right now. This is new for them, but obviously it's working really well right now. And it's great that they're just going back and forth right now. You play good, I play good. You play good, I play good. You can call it competition, but I think it's more of a partnership than anything. That guy goes and wins and gets a shutout. That's awesome, because I get to come in next game and it's pressure off. It's just we're continuing to roll. It's not like, oh God, I got to perform or I'm not going to play. It's not how it is. It's just you win, I win, you win, I win, and we go.
Well, and also I think an interesting part of the dynamic, and we can talk about Calvin Pickard in a little bit, obviously, but just with Ingram and Jarry, it's like, okay, Ingram has now clawed back to the NHL. His journey is unbelievable, but like he's back, and he, to an extent, has kind of revitalized his career with this run. And Tristan Jarry's locked up for 3 more seasons. He's worried about going on playoff runs now and staying healthy. Like that dynamic, it's not like, they're both pending free agents and they really need the crease because they're trying to get their big contract this summer. Like, I think it is a dynamic where both guys, and you can probably speak to this with situations you've been in your career, where like both guys are totally okay. Like you said, seeing the other one succeed, going, hey, if I don't have to play for 2 games because you're doing well, that's fine. I'll get my chance again soon. Like, it just feels like there's less pressure on them individually when they both play well.
Yeah, and this is a situation they've now put Ingram in a situation to succeed. And it easily could have gone the other way because he hasn't played for a long time and he wants to get back and he's waiting for his opportunity in the American League when it's going to come and all this. But if you call him up and you're like, man, we've dropped 4 in a row. Everyone's calling a trade Skinner. Like, here you go. And like, do it or don't. And just jump in there. And then you're approaching this as like, oh my God, this is my chance. If I don't go and win a game, then I'm back down to the minors. Like, that's just setting somebody up for failure. Now they've set up him in a situation where he can come in and get his starts, get his feet wet, start to get his game. We know he can play at a high level in the NHL. He's done it in the past, so this is why they got him and what they're hoping for. But you've got him playing with another guy who's now playing well, and he doesn't have to go into these games thinking that he's basically playing for his career over a 60-minute game in the middle of January, because that's just not going to work. Maybe it does. Maybe you get a flash in the pan, but to truly set somebody up to succeed, this is exactly the situation that you want to give Connor Ingram a chance to be as good as he can be.
So what do you make of this Calvin Pickard situation? I mean, he's just kind of seems like he's just hanging out right now. They're throwing him on the bench, but I don't know if this guy's going to play a game for them anytime soon. Like, what do you do? Because we talked about it a lot on the show already, but like they seem to love this guy, the players that be in, and I think management recognizes that and is trying to figure out how to also not get rid of him at the same time, which seems like also a bad idea.
Well, to tell you what, I think if they can play it right And realistically, with Picks, what he's done in his career, where he is, like he knows his role. He's not. I don't think he's expecting to go randomly play a whole bunch somewhere. But I know when I got traded to Minnesota, there was 3 goalies there, and on the stretch run, especially now, we're talking super condensed schedule in an Olympic year coming up here, where you're going to need both guys going. And guess what? When practice time comes, some of those guys are going to need days off, but the team's going to need to continue to practice. And I had Nicholas Backstrom and Darcy Kemper when I got traded here. There was 3 goalies, and it allowed me to play 38 games in a row because I would play a game, I'd go to the rink the next day, and I would not go on the ice. I would do my maintenance, do everything I needed to do at the rink, and then I'd come the next day, and I'd pregame skate, and I'd play a game. And I did that night in, night out for the rest of the season. If I was going on the ice for practice every day, it doesn't happen. Your body or your brain breaks down. And it's not normal that a team can have 3 goalies like this, but this could work out in their favor where, one, you got a guy who everybody loves having around. He's great in practice. He works his butt off. We know that. We know he can go in there and give you a great game in any random situation that he's put in because he's been thrown in the fire in just about every way possible, and he's shown up and battled his ass off. And so if you can keep him around and just the communication part is the biggest part. There has to be communication with all 3 guys on what's the expectation, how it's going to play out. You just got to lay it out, even if somebody might not like it. If Picks maybe might not like it, I still don't think he's going to say, he would say, and I can't speak for him, I don't think he'd be like, I'd rather go somewhere else to play 8 games for the rest of the year and throw everything up in the air and change teams and all this. I think he would rather be this guy. I mean, listen, Jarry's had his injuries. He got injured as soon as he came here. There's potential of that. We don't know if Ingram's going to stay healthy. There's always potential. Plus, there's spots that they can slide him in if need be. But I think having 3 goalies with set expectations, knowing exactly what's expected of each guy, and if that's Picks being around the room, being a great guy, being a great practice guy, giving the starters opportunities to rest on off days, and having a good attitude about it, which we all know he will because he's that good of a guy, then that's a positive situation for the Oilers if the communication is there.
I do think that's a really good point because it's not like, the 3 goalie thing that was going on in Buffalo, and I guess it still is going on, but like that's 3 guys who are all sitting there being like, no, I deserve to play. I want to be playing. Pickard, you have it where, he's not a dummy. He can look at the stat sheet. He knows how the games have gone. Like, they have 2 guys who are playing really well right now. I don't think Calvin Pickard feels like slighted at the moment that he's not getting the starts, but I do think he's a good pro. And like you said, he's good in the room. So it is probably feasible for a little bit longer. Doobie, appreciate your time. Thank you for popping on, and we'll chat again in a couple weeks.
Sounds good, guys. Thanks.
Farewell.
Devan Dubnyk.
Devan Dubnyk. Off into the wind.
Into the internet. All right, it's time to
internet AI.
Yeah, that we actually don't have the real Devan Dubnyk. It's just an AI doobie that we prompt. We've been faking every interview.
I'm typing his responses back here.
Aaron's just feverishly banging on the keyboard.
Like
you throw him the Petrie question? Yes, they were great friends. Not even close to true.
Did you not wonder that, though, when Petrie came on? Like, I know they played and they were younger together.
Devin Shore was also in there. So
I
was
assumed that they were buddies because of the time.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, Devin Shore, there's a reason he played for so long.
Yeah.
It wasn't because he was a very good hockey player. And I love Devin Shore.
You have his jersey.
I do have his jersey. And I met him. Jeff Petrie. I put an article in the YouTube chat I found of just the day he was traded from Oilers Nation. If you want a little bit of insight of what went down, you can read it. It's just the one line that really got me. And I said this the other day, and I still stand by it when I was talking about rebuilding teams and how it seems to be. I think it's easier now for teams than it was in the past. And I think a big reason for it now, too, after reading this Petrie one, just puts it into perspective for me. Jonathan Willis wrote this article. Where the hell did it go? He basically said in here that all the Oilers were going to get was a 3rd-round pick. That's what all the insiders had. And Jeff Petrie was like a top 5 player on most trade boards.
Damn.
And today, that's a 1st-round pick.
Yeah, he was 100%.
Yeah,
like Mario Ferraro. Think of that. He was young, except Petrie was younger. You're right.
So I mean, Petrie was would have been 24, 25-ish. They got rid of him for whatever reason. I don't remember. I was just a boy. But yeah, it's easier to rebuild now. I'll stand by it. That's my stance.
That's a wrap on today's show. Who you got on pre and post tonight, Aaron? 7 o'clock start.
7 o'clock start. 8:20 puck drop. Get your nap in before the game, people. We got me, Menzies, Brett, intern Tristan down at the office. Should be a good time. Once again, should be a late one, but me and Menzies, we keep the energy at around midnight. So, yeah, should be a good one.
All right. Look forward to that pre and post game tonight. New episode of Oilers Nation Radio. Going to drop in a little bit as well, but that is a wrap on today's edition of the show. Shout out to Doobie. Tomorrow, Jeff Merrick. Thursday, Carter Hutton live in studio. Friday, live from the Jasper Park Lodge, Fairmont JPL. So, yeah, fired up. Cannot wait. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you all tomorrow. Noon Mountain. Oil up. 3 in a row. What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Everyday, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.